Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, tough talk on China restarts. The Roseanne sitcom gets canceled, and the FBI says to reboot your routers. Plus, the Serena Williams comeback in a catsuit, and why boy band BTS just made history. All that and much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Wednesday, May 30th. You ready? Let's do this. It looks like a possible trade war with China is back on, or at least a threat of one. The White House now says China can expect a 25% tariff on $50 billion worth of Chinese imports, mostly in the tech space. Remember, these are the world's two largest economies, and there's been a lot of back and forth in recent months. Then, it was just last week when the Treasury Secretary said that whole trade war thing is on hold while they tried to come to a deal. Not anymore. Fox News reports the White House could reveal the specific list of Chinese goods that will face tariffs as soon as next month. Some are now questioning how the change in tone will affect negotiations. There are more talks planned for this weekend, so stay tuned. Privacy rights groups are excited about this one. The U.S. Supreme Court just ruled that police need a warrant to search the area around a private home, and that includes any cars that are on private property. USA Today says cars are usually at least a little more fair game. If police have probable cause or see something that looks illegal in the car, they can search it. But this ruling says not so fast. The same does not apply if the car is on private property. Supporters say the ruling protects against unreasonable searches. Critics say it goes against common sense, that if police see something that looks illegal, they should investigate quickly. If you have an internet router at your office or even just at home, the FBI wants you to reboot it. Really, like turn it off and then turn it back on. And it's all because of Russian hackers. The FBI says turning the router off and on will disrupt the malware if it's already on your router. And because of certain steps the feds have taken, it shouldn't be able to do the same damage after you restart it. The New York Times reports the malware can block web traffic, collect your personal data, and disable your device altogether. So again, just restart it. A new Harvard study found Hurricane Maria may have been a lot deadlier than once thought. Remember, Maria hit Puerto Rico last September. The government said the official death toll was just 64. Since then, some news reports questioned that number, and now this study goes a step further. Researchers call the official number a, quote, substantial underestimate. In fact, NBC News says the study found 4,645 more people died in Puerto Rico in the few months after the hurricane than that same time period the year before. And researchers actually think the real death toll could be more than 5,700. That number counts people who died not just from the hurricane's force itself, but also because they couldn't get things like healthcare or electricity in the months after it. There's another review happening on this right now, so expect those results this summer. All right, other things people may be talking about today. Roseanne. It was already picked up for season 2 and getting huge ratings, but now the rebooted sitcom Roseanne is canceled. ABC said no more. And the reason? A racist tweet. The LA Times says the star of the show, Roseanne Barr, tweeted about Valerie Jarrett, who is a former senior advisor to President Obama, and she's black. Barr referred to her as offspring of the Muslim Brotherhood and the Planet of the Apes. In less than 12 hours after the tweet, a lot of stuff happened, including ABC canceling the show. Also, one of the producers, Wanda Sykes, quit. Her cast members condemned her. And Roseanne's agency dropped her as a client. Deadline reports Hulu also dropped the show, and Viacom cable channels won't even be airing reruns of the old one. ABC called the comment, quote, abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values. Roseanne Barr deleted the tweet and said sorry, but it didn't matter. It was already too late. She also later apologized to Valerie Jarrett and to the hundreds of people who worked on the show who lost their jobs because of her. As for Valerie Jarrett, she did respond on MSNBC. She says this whole thing should be used as a teaching moment, that she's fine, but she's worried about all the other people who aren't in the public eye who deal with similar racism. Tennis champ Serena Williams was the talk of the French Open yesterday. First of all, she won the first round match. It's a pretty big deal because it was the first time she's played Grand Slam tennis since before she gave birth and dealt with complications. Grand Slam events are the 4 most important tennis tournaments each year. People were also talking about her black bodysuit that she called her catsuit. Williams said, 1, it made her feel like a superhero. 2, it's for all the moms who had a tough pregnancy and try to come back and be fierce. And 3, she said it's functional. She's had blood clots since giving birth, and the outfit helps with blood circulation. She'll be back for her next match tomorrow. Today, BTS is topping the charts and making history. Billboard says the boy band now officially has the #1 album in the US and became the first K-pop artist or group to do it. K-pop, as in Korean pop, is a genre of music that started in South Korea. BTS members are the superstars of that genre right now. They were already named most tweeted about celebrities last year and have adoring fans all over the world. You actually may have seen them perform at the Billboard Music Awards earlier this month. And that's it. Thanks so much again for listening. Please be sure to subscribe wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. And thanks so much for leaving some great reviews, like this one on Apple Podcasts that says, quote, "I've been looking for a podcast that sums up the news in a way I would like to hear it, and this is finally it. I love the stories that Erica picks to report on and think she does a great job including all different types of news." Thank you so much for those kind words. I really like hearing that feedback, and I so appreciate you taking the time to write it. And remember, if you want to read more about any of the news stories we talked about in today's episode, I list out all the links to all the articles I reference in today's show notes. So just go to thenewsworthy.com, click episodes, and find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you every weekday by 4 in the morning Eastern Time, so I'll be back with more news tomorrow. Have a great day.